Hello everyone, Silver here, welcome to this next video in my Fred introduction series. In the last 10 videos I have discussed the major editors needed to create a single free space mission, but I have left out some editors that are not that important or so small that they are explained in one sentence. And in this video we'll have a look at all those editors I left out in the previous videos. Let's start with the Objects editor. As I already stated in the general overview, this editor can be used to very precisely set the position and the orientation of any object in the map. So it is mainly useful if you want to have your ships point to a very specific position or another object in your map. Apart from that, this editor has very little use because you can drag and drop the ships to the position as well. That's quicker, and if you don't have to be very precise, it's completely sufficient. The next editor is the Waypoint Path or Jump Node editor. It has just one purpose: setting names for waypoint paths or jump nodes. Nothing more, that's it. The Reinforcements editor allows you to mark wings or single ships as reinforcement units, which means they can be called in the course of the mission if you need additional forces. You can also do that for wings in the Wings editor with the reinforcement unit flag, but here you can also select single ships. For wings you can also add a number of uses here, which means how many waves of that wing can be called in as a reinforcement. The delay after arrival is the minimum time you have to wait after calling one wave before you can call the next wave of this wing. The Fiction Viewer editor allows you to give another layer of storytelling for your missions. The Fiction Viewer displays a text prior to the command briefing and briefing of a mission. You can select a text file here, you can select a font file so you have the choice in which font the text is displayed, and of course you can select a voice file to have a voiceover for this Fiction Viewer entry. And of course you can also select the background music here. The story file should be a TXT file containing the text, but you can also use the markup characters as in the command briefing. The Shield System editor allows you to disable or enable shields on all ships of a certain type or on all ships of a certain team, which makes it easier and is kind of a convenience feature, so you don't have to select that in the ships editor for all ships one by one. The Global Ships Flags editor works in the same category. It's a convenience feature, so you don't have to select those flags on all ships in the ships editor one by one. So you can set no shields for all ships, no subspace drive, global primitive sensors, and affected by gravity with one click for all ships in your mission, and don't have to go through the ships editor for each and every ship. Last but not least, the Voice Acting Manager. That's a helper to make it easier for you to create scripts for your voice actors if you want to add voice acting to your mission. The file name options allow you to configure a naming convention for the sound files to be created. You can give abbreviations for the campaign, the mission name, command briefing stage, debriefing stage, and all messages within the mission itself. You can also select if the file suffix should be WAV or OGG depending on what file type you want to use. A naming example can be displayed there, and then there are two flags. You can choose to include the sender name, so the character that speaks the actual text, in the file name. And if you already have several files in your mission events, for example, then you can choose not to replace those with the generated file names, but continue to use the file names you already have selected. And then you can click Generate File Names and generate all of those file names within the message events and command briefing stages and so on. On the right side there's the script options, which allows you to automatically generate a script for your mission, including all the messages, the command briefing stages, debriefing stages, and so on. You can configure the format for those script entries with a sender, persona, file name, and the actual message, and then export the parts you want to export and generate a script file of that. All of that is there to help you create the script to give to your voice actors so they can create the actual sound files. And that's the list of the minor editors. One thing is still open, as you might see, the Campaigns editor. As I said before, this first part of the series is about creating a single free space mission. In a later stage, I will go into detail on how to create a campaign and how to deal with cross-mission features like variables or special XPs that do that. But before I come to that stage of the series, I will first produce 3 videos with a step-by-step tutorial how to create a free space mission using all the editors I presented so far. And after that, once we know how to make missions, then we will look into how we can use those missions to create an actual campaign. So please stay tuned for those videos. Thank you for watching so far. See you in those next videos if you like to, and until then, as always, take care and goodbye.